Hello, and welcome to the Autodesk Vault 2010 Family of Products Podcast, Episode 1. My name is Brian Shannon, and I am a Customer Success Engineer within the Data Management Group here at Autodesk. Today I'll be taking you through the new Vault family lineup for the 2010 release. Starting with Autodesk Vault, this is our solution for work in process data management, and Autodesk Vault is still included with products like Autodesk Inventor, AutoCAD Mechanical, and AutoCAD Electrical. Built on top of Autodesk Vault is Vault Workgroup, and this is going to add in some features for revision management and security. And built on top of Vault Workgroup is Vault Collaboration, which is scalable for larger work groups and multiple sites and larger design teams. And finally, we have Vault Manufacturing, formerly known as Product Stream. This is still the same great product as Product Stream with a new name, and it extends engineering data into manufacturing and beyond. So let's take a closer look at some of the features of Vault Workgroup. Vault Workgroup, being built on top of Autodesk Vault, is going to inherit the best-in-class CAD integrations, the ability to work within a design group in a concurrent design, have everybody see the same central source of data, find data, reuse it quickly, and all of the features of Vault, yet we're going to add on release management, lifecycle states, revision management, and the ability to tailor and customize this to your particular company's needs. Autodesk Vault Collaboration provides scalable administration tools for larger companies across multiple sites and provides some additional tools to share with downstream consumers such as SharePoint integration and the web client. Autodesk Vault Manufacturing, formerly known as Product Stream, captures the complete bill of material of the digital prototype, automates the release and the change process, and prepares the data for handoff to downstream MRP or MRP type systems. So let's take a closer look at the features of Autodesk Vault Workgroup. Vault Workgroup has the ability to manage revisions at the file level. This allows us to record milestones and review significant changes within the life cycle of a particular file. And we have the ability to customize the revision scheme, use alphanumeric or anything that might be inside of the file, and we can also synchronize this particular revision level within and back to the file properties, the I properties of an Inventor file or the attributes of an AutoCAD file, for instance. Vault Workgroup also provides revision management within the CAD application or in the window. This allows us to understand the status of a particular design through the browser and stay focused on the design. We can control the state within the CAD application, even bumping it forward and releasing files directly from within the CAD application. Also, when it comes time to open a particular design, we can pick and choose the proper revision we want. We might want the last as-built or release. We might want to work on the work in progress. And Vault Workgroup provides the ability to get at the proper revision at the right time. Vault Workgroup provides file security and lifecycle management, allowing you to declare exactly what does released mean and protect files from unauthorized access. You can configure multiple lifecycle definitions and file securities based on user roles, lifecycle states, and the needs of your downstream Vault consumers. User-defined properties within Vault Workgroup allow you to capture and manage extended metadata beyond just the I properties and attributes that you might have within a file that's inside of Vault. You can promote company standardization by putting on policies, ensuring that people fill out these properties on files before they get released. And finally, within Vault Workgroup, we have the concept of categories. What a category does is it extends the intelligence of your design beyond just the file extension and allows you to control a large group of files and control their life cycles, their revisions, their user-defined properties, and ultimately control your designs and the behaviors of files as they move through their life cycle. So let's take a look at a demonstration of the features we just discussed within Vault Workgroup. And this is a day in the life of a file that's going through change inside of Autodesk Vault. We're going to see this from the perspective of three different people. The first is the engineering manager, who's going to be working within Vault Workgroup, the thick client. The second person is going to be the designer, known as Dave Designer, and he's working inside of Inventor and performing the CAD work and checking the files back in. And the third person is going to be the shop floor, the downstream consumer. We're going to see how different people's roles and how the life cycle state of the part affects their work and what they can see. Starting with the manager's vault, we examine the work to be performed, and the manager is going to go in and search for all center shafts inside of his vault. Notice from the results that he sees a variety of parts and drawings ranging in various life cycle states from work in progress all the way through to obsolete. The designer, however, will need to perform this work by first modifying the life cycle state of this assembly from release back to work in progress, allowing for modification. As the designer goes to replace that particular center shaft, he's going to use the same means that the manager did earlier. We'll see that the results are slightly different, as the designer is not able to see data that's set to obsolete. So the choice is clear. He'll choose the work in progress center shaft. Further modifications to the center shaft include checking this out from Vault, solidifying our changes by checking it back in directly from inside of Inventor, and we'll move the revision forward to reflect our changes. Finally, to lock this file down and to ensure that no further modifications are made, the designer can set the lifecycle state to released. The next step is to ensure that the drawing is up to date. A quick look at the end view, we can see that we have our new feature of the bore and the keyway through there. So we'll simply check this drawing file in as it seems to be complete. We'll bump the revision level, and this time we're going to use a numeric revision and come back into the vault. The manager can see that the data has been complete. The part, the assembly, and the drawing. Looking at the properties that are mandated on top of this drawing, we see that we have some property policies. And what this means is anybody, even the manager, if they try to release this file, it's going to be a non-operation. It's going to watch and let you know that there is still some work to be done. So in this case, the manager will edit the properties that correlate directly down to the border and the title block of that particular detail drawing. Finishing the work and coming back into the vault, we see that the properties have been filled in, the file is now compliant, and we are ready to change the lifecycle state to release. As the file is released, let's take a look at this from a non-CAD access as a shop floor user. The shop floor goes to browse and navigate through the folders. Note that the structure is slightly different for them, as they have the privileges to see just documentation and drawings, and specific to drawings, only data that's released. Zooming into the title block and examining the drawing, the properties that were filled out by Mike Manager right before release are represented in the title block. But we do have some missing dimensions on that end view. To remedy this, we'll log back in as the manager inside of Inventor. And since this is a non-form or fit or function change to the particular drawing, we're going to change the life cycle state to what's known as a quick change, thus bypassing a revision bump. This allows us to zoom in on this end view, check the file out, add in the necessary dimensions, and check the file quickly back in. We'll change the life cycle state right back to release. This again will solidify our change. We notice that the revision has stayed at 2. Now that the drawing is done, the shop floor user can examine the updated print made by the manager. and then add this to an existing plot job inside of the vault. Here we have a plot list that's already in progress containing a variety of both CAD drawings and Word documents. We'll add this updated detail of the center shaft to the print, to the plot job. We'll save this down, knowing that we can submit it at a later time as additional plots are added to this. So in this demonstration, what you've seen is how Autodesk Vault Workgroup can control the access to data based on not only the lifecycle state, but the user roles and permissions and access, all the while built on top of Autodesk Vault, yet adding in the features that we need for true revision and release management. Stay tuned for future podcasts where we do a deep dive on revisions, life cycles, categories, user-defined properties, and so on. Thanks.